Hey YouTube, it's Casual Brews back for week 18 of the NFL season. I haven't done full picks for these last couple of weeks just because a lot of guys out missing with COVID, a lot of meaningless games. Just haven't really had the desire to do full games, and I don't know, just from an integrity standpoint, it just didn't feel right to just throw picks at the out there just for the sake of it. But yeah, so this week, last week of the season, I'm just gonna do my 5 best bets. Like I said, a lot of meaningless games this week. A lot of teams are already wrapped up what they're going to be doing for the postseason. So I just found 5 games that I like the most that I'll be betting. And yeah, we'll be back for the full wildcard slate once that starts. But for now, the 5 picks I like the most this week. First off, we got Dallas minus 3.5 tonight. As I'm recording this Saturday morning, Dallas is minus 3.5 at Philadelphia. Neither team really has a lot to play for. I don't think Dallas could maybe move one seed up, possibly, or down. I don't know, but neither team really has much to play for. But at the same time, I feel like Dallas, coming off their loss last week, kind of stung them a little bit. I feel like they have a little more motivation in this game, and I just think they're a little bit better overall than Philadelphia. So you look at the Eagles, Hurts may not even play. You might see a bit of Minshew. Is that good? Is that bad? Kind of depends on the day when it comes to Minshew, and Hurts for that matter. But I think Dallas, just a little more urgency on their part to come into the playoffs on a high note. So I like them minus 3.5 at Philadelphia. Next, I like Vikings minus 4.5 at Chicago. Was kind of waiting to see, is Kirk Cousins going to be back? It looks like he is playing. Obviously, they don't have anything to play for, but I just think from a pride perspective, just off the season they've had, so many tough, heartbreaking losses, I think they truly believe, as I do as well, that they're a better team than their record indicates. And they're going to want to go out, I think, on a high note as well. Likely Zimmer's last game. I'm sure the guys are going to want to send him off on a high note. Obviously the Bears with Nagy probably gone too, but I just think the Vikings have a little more pride, and they're just a better team overall, as they've shown kind of all season, besides a number of really tough, close losses. So I like the Vikings minus 4.5 at the Bears. I think Dalton might be starting, or Foles, I don't know. Fields is in COVID protocol. Really doesn't matter. I like the Vikings. Next pick, I'm going to go Colts at Jaguars under 44. Colts, it's simple for them. Winning, they're in the playoffs. They're obviously going to, I believe. But I think this is going to be a game where, you might see them rest some offensive starters if they get a lead in the first half. It's going to be a run-heavy game probably anyways. Just control the clock, long drives. Obviously, Colts, one of the best running offenses. The Jaguars do really nothing well offensively. So I just think it's going to be just an ugly game, low scoring. I like the Jags with the points as well too, but it's not like one of my quote-unquote best picks because I could just see them laying a complete egg here as well. But so I'm not going to actually bet it, but I do kind of like Jaguars. I think they're like plus 15 last time I looked, just because I don't think Colts are going to really have that huge urgency to run up the score big. They're just going to do enough, I feel like, to win this game. So I like under 44. This game could be 20-13 maybe for Indianapolis, something like that. So take the under 44. And my 4th pick is the New York Jets plus 16 at Buffalo. I just think too high for a Jets team that's been kind of, they've had some ugly losses, notably like the Patriots 50 something to whatever it was. But they've looked feisty lately. They have a couple decent wins on their resume, even though they are in that bottom 4 or 5 barrel of teams in the league. But, I think 16 points is too much for a Bills team that coming off a very nice win, obviously. It's the Patriots a couple weeks ago. But I still think that's too many points. Divisional game, again, last game of the year, Jets, nothing to play for. Bills are obviously in the playoffs no matter what anyway, but I don't think there's that huge urgency on the Bills' part to win by that much. This is kind of like maybe the Colts-Jaguars game, a game where the Bills are going to do kind of enough and then might rest some guys depending on, if they got the win, if they win, they win the East. Or no, yeah, if they win the game, they win the AFC East. So they don't got to worry about scoreboard watching this and that. So if they can secure a win, I could see them taking their foot off the gas a little bit. And the Jets are playing feisty. They're playing pretty well, all things considered, with their record. So I'll take the Jets plus 16, big number. Too big. I could see this game coming down to like 27-20 maybe for the Bills. So take the Jets with the points. Lastly, the homer pick, but really, if you've kind of watched the games lately, maybe not too surprising. Seattle plus 5.5 at Arizona. We'll probably lose the game in typical Seahawks, last game of the year, heartbreaking fashion. Probably a walk-off field goal. I feel like they'll either lose on a walk-off field goal or lose by missing a walk-off field goal. So, or maybe they'll win on one, I don't know. But give me the Seahawks plus 5.5. They're just playing well right now. Unfortunately, too little, too late. Way too late. But, they're playing well. Arizona, yes, they had a nice win over the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have had kind of let up spots here and there all year. So I'm not going to put too much stock in that. I still see Arizona being one and done in the playoffs. And yeah, Seahawks just playing well, riding momentum. I think they can go in what could be Pete Carroll's last game, could maybe less likely be Russ's last game. I don't really believe that, but possibility. They're going to go out. I think they're going to go out and play this game like it's a championship game. Like they always say, championship mindset, blah, blah, blah. I believe it in this game, honestly. I could see them winning. It's going to be close. Either way, win or lose. It's going to be typical Cardinals Seahawks game down to the wire. So 5.5. It's too many points. I'll just take the points. And that's my 5 picks. Send 5 picks on the card that I feel the best about. I'll be back for wildcard week with a full slate, overs, unders, and point spreads. So stay tuned for that. And for now, that's my top 5 picks of week 18.